evidence, you have it. That is the evidence they were asking for. And it's something I've always wondered. Today, if you go to North Africa, West Africa specifically, they import milk. And they don't import from Kenya, they don't import from Uganda. They import from Europe. And we are producing milk here in Kenya. And milk in huge quantities, the 600,000 liters every day. This milk can find its place in a market in West Africa. This is one of the requirements. It will give confidence to the importer in West Africa to buy. And today with the African Continental Free Trade Area, we have an opportunity to trade with West Africa with our milk from here. When consumers compare brands, you stand tall. You will stand always tall with the Meru milk. You have moved from being a local success story to a regional global competitor. You are telling the world that Kenyan cooperatives do not merely meet standards, you set the standards. Allow me to speak directly to the 120,000 plus farmers who supply milk to this union. This certificate that we issue today belongs to you. Because food safety does not begin in the factory, it begins at the milking point. It begins at the time you're feeding your animals with good quality animal feeds. It begins with the hygiene at the farm level. It begins with clean containers, proper storage, and disciplined handling. The chairman spoke about discipline. Yes, it begins with that. ISO 22000 formalizes what many of you have already understood for years, that quality is everyone's responsibility. It is not responsibility of our CEO here, Kenneth. It is your responsibility as a farmer. Your vision is to be the most reputable processor of high-quality dairy products. Your mission is to improve the quality of life of dairy farmers, customers, and staff by processing and marketing high-quality and affordable dairy products. Today, that vision and mission have acquired an international credibility. At the Kenya Bureau of Standards, we are proud to walk this journey with you. But let me be very clear. Certification is not the destination. It is a commitment to continuous improvement. We expect sustained internal audits, strong management review mechanisms, ongoing staff training, and a culture where non-conformities are corrected promptly and transparently. And as Kenya Bureau of Standards, we have brought it here to Meru. Just across the road, we have the Kenya Bureau of Standards office. And we have put in place laboratories that will be able to test your animal feeds, that will be able to test your products that is supporting the Meru dairy here, very close to you, so that you don't have to wait. We'll make it very efficient for you. Beyond this, you can clap. Beyond this certification, I see even deeper partnership. Meru Dairy operates in a technically intensive environment. Pasteurizers, homogenizers, UHT systems, laboratory equipment, temperature monitoring devices, weighing scales, flow meters. Precision matters for each one of these. Kenya Bureau of Standards stands ready to be your continued preferred partner in training, calibration of measurement instruments, ensuring accuracy, reliability, and regulatory compliance across your operations. Accurate measurements are not just technical requirements, they are the backbone of product safety and consumer trust. As we celebrate today, let us also reflect on what this means for Kenya. The cooperative movement is one of the strongest pillars of our economy. And when a cooperative of this scale demonstrates compliance with international food safety systems, it strengthens Kenya's export profile. It enhances confidence on our dairy sector. It supports national aspirations of industrializations and value addition. Meru County has always been known for enterprise, hardworking, and resilience. Today, that reputation has been reinforced. To the board and management of Meru Central Dairy, I commend your leadership. Congratulations. To your quality assurance team, I remember we spoke in that boardroom, and I'm very happy when Madam was here introducing. I recognize the long hours of documentation, internal audits, collective actions, and system improvement. Congratulations. To all the farmers and staff, I say, continue with this discipline. Because ultimately, standards are not about certificates on the wall. They are about integrity in processes, they are about dignity for producers, and they are about safety for the consumers. On behalf of the Kenya Bureau of Standards, it gives me a great pleasure to formally present the ISO 22018 certificate to Meru Central Dairy Cooperative Limited. May this certificate not just hang on your wall, but live in your culture. Congratulations, and may your milk continue to nourish Kenya and beyond.
Makofi tena. Upenya nkala yoko uteka lukami ukai. Thank you very much. Before I call the guest now to speak to us, I know that tuko na representative of the county government of Meru. Daktari, I think you are, yes. Any of you can come and say something on behalf of the government. Tulikuwa tumeinvite the CEC, lakini najua kuna mambo mingi. Just come and welcome the national government here ndio, so that we don't make a mistake.
Thank you, Bwana Gitonga. The Principal Secretary, Honorable Maeke, the MD, KEBS Kenya, MD Dairy Board, chairpersons, the 60 dairies, the secretaries, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Jamboni. I really was not sent by the governor to represent Meru County. Thank you for noticing that I was around. But allow me to say, one, you are welcome into Meru. Your Excellency Honorable Maeke and the team from the national government. The county government is working very hard and in partnership with the Meru Dairy Union. You talked about 4 areas. One was on breed. The second one was on disease control, management, and feed. In this, we are working very, very closely on breeding. They have inseminators. We have inseminators. They are serving our farmers. 2, on feed, of course, it's about training, that's including management. Feed and management, you are training people with them because they also have their own staff. And regarding disease control, the mass vaccination indicated that we are at about 10,000. It has taken time, Your Excellency, PS. The process is taking long. We have made suggestions on what can be done to improve. We have diseases coming around. We are hosting as Meru animals from Wajir, animals from Upper East, and that is Marsabit, Garissa, Thiawi, Meru, and they are bringing diseases. Our dairy animals are very vulnerable. Right now we have FMD. We decided as a county to jump the process because if you go by the speed of the mass vaccination exercise supported by the national government, our animals will die. So what we have done is we start vaccinating without registering. The process of registration is going on, but we also bring ours because we are hosting so many animals. Our population about 450,000 animals. Others are coming in maybe 300,000. Our field is a challenge in getting it. Therefore, we have started the last 1 week and we have vaccinated over 20,000 animals against FMD that is already in the county. So if we don't do that, our animals are endangered. They are vulnerable stock. I don't want to give a long speech, but I'm saying we require support, quality, particularly on the coolers. You have done a good job. We have over that the units. And my wish is, Gitonga has always told us, please, anywhere you go, seek for 10,000 and above coolers, 10,000 and above to 20. It will be useful to them because we have no other place to take milk as counties, the Meru Dairy Union. And what they require most are big volumes. The coolers, 10,000 and above sized coolers. What is the last thing I can say? It's about feed, but we are training our people, and anybody else who can assist can still come and assist Meru County. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mogambi. I know we have other officers from Meru County. Mnaweza simama, you just wave. I know niliona DCOs, niliona serikali account. Yeah, we have officers there. So the county is properly represented. Before nialike mgeni wetu, naona representatives wa county commission na tuko na wao. Naona commander, naona DCC na the PA. just come and say something. Kuja tu tuambie ng'ombe ziko safe na sisi tuko safe. Wewe ndio tuendelee na mambo yetu ya maziwa. Asante.
Kwa heshima ya the PS, Honorable Jonathan Maeke, the MDs around, all the farmers around, allow me to greet you. Afternoon. I am James Mbuto, Deputy County Commissioner in the County Commissioner's Office here in Meru. Our County Commissioner is held somewhere in Nanyuki for security meetings, so he couldn't be with us. And the fact that they are in Nanyuki is a matter of security, and that's why we can assure you security as we go about our business here in Meru. We are very firm on this. With me is the DCC, in the north. We have also the security team. Please come and say aye. The rest of the security team, please.
Good afternoon, sir, and participants. Kwa majina naitwa Odilia Ndeti. As my colleague has said, I'm the DCC in charge of Imenti North, where you are. I want to apologize to my boss. I'm meeting him without my uniform. I was engaged in other meetings, and I was not very sure whether I'll get time. But I want to thank you for visiting us. We hosted you when you were the PS Sports, and now you are in another portfolio. And we are happy that you are supporting the dairy sector because our farmers rely on it so many times. Thank you and welcome again.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Ambrose Kialo, the Sub-County Police Commander in North, representing the County Police Commander, Meru County. Thank you, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir. I'm Inspector Masika, DCIO Imenti North, also representing the CCIO at Meru County. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Inspector Jamila Adake, Deputy Sub-County AP Commander in Imenti North, standing in for Sub-County AP Commander in Imenti North. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Karibu Meru.
Wapigiwa makofi. Thank you very much. I think now we are full house. We have the national government, the county, and all of us. Na safari imeanza. Ama namna gani? Yeah. What I can only assure you is that safari ndio inaanza. There will be a lot of work to be done, but tumefungua mlango, maziwa iende nje sasa. Sawa? So with me, I want to invite our MD, Kenya Dairy Board. And before he comes, I want to say a few things. Najua for us now, KEBS, or Kenya Dairy Board, or any regulator, we don't see them like, there was a time we were seeing them like prefects or the police. So do. And I want to speak to my colleague managers and chairmans. If you are here and usikia watu wa Dairy Board wako kwako unaanza kutetemeka, then there's a problem. Huh? Yeah, let us comply and then we go doing business. It is the policy on the PS of the union. We don't want to waste time in courts, in cases and arguing. We comply quickly and then we do business because we want the money. Or you want the case? We don't have time for cases. We have time for money and to milk the cows and produce more. So at the junction, nataka tusimame tukaribishe MD as we warm up our hands, akuje atusalimie na tukaribishie mgeni. Makofi ya MD. Tena. Thank you very much, Daktari. Asante.
Asante sana Bwana Kitonga. Kitonga is not only the CEO of Meru Central, he's the chairman of Kenya Dairy Processors. So he's the boss. as Madam has alluded to that. So, when PS, Honorable Jonathan Maeke, my colleague Esther, and the World Bank team, and of course the dairy farmers. I think this is a very significant activity we have come into Meru. And allow me to thank you, Bwana PS, for when I wrote a letter, you did the double case. You say Meru is our hub and the pace setter for dairy. So we could not miss. He had to put aside any other activity to be in Meru. So we clap for the PS. He has prioritized Meru for obvious reasons. That Meru is almost getting to number one large processors, just about to overtake Brookside. And I'm seeing it happening. We are here to receive a certificate of food safety. Yes, Madam. Kenya Meat Commission. One time now is supporting dairy. Karibu sana. So otherwise, Meru Central, you are our hope, and we are going to put all the resources. I like the presence of CAPS here, so that we have all government approach. This ASIP is actually a multi-sectoral approach, because you realize DBS has to be here, CAPS has to be here. They have even given you an initial way of, they will be calibrating your equipment. You don't have to transport them to Nairobi for that. They are here. Our dairy board people, where is Kaberia? We have gotten the certificate. You must make sure that certificate does not fall. Then you will have to be transferred, because it won't make sense for us to do this achievement and then with the same day we drop it. You have your colleagues here who KEPS, the whole regional office. You don't have to ask for permission to be in that office. You'll go and discuss issues, go to Meru Central to help them to keep this certificate going so that we are able to sell. The staff from the Nairobi, we had people from our national laboratory who had come to train. Most of my team from the office are here. So Meru Central, we are here to support you 100%, and we commit to that, because Kitonga has told me has shifted to Nairobi because he has realized whenever he calls us, we say we have a meeting. So when he calls, you cannot have any excuse. You cannot meet him because he is now shifted to Nairobi. That's where the activities of Kenya are being driven. So congratulations, the CEO, Kitonga. You are actually committed. We are going to donate one of our staff to be working with you as KDBA, so that we are able to, because we don't want that organization to fall down. It's important that we keep it going, which I started it the other day, but it looks like it's want to go down again. So we shall pay you a visit, Pana PS, for more support to that team. Because all this what we are talking, Esther has told us, market in Congo, market where, most of them are still competing locally here. And they are stepping on each other's foot. But outside there, people want milk. If we can sell milk as Kenya milk, then even the better, rather than thinking of our own individual products. So for the quality-based payment, we are really on it, and at least we have now certificate. Quality-based payment is completely aligned to that, to support that activity. Thank you for the biofood, the base setter on quality-based payment. So we really need an appears to come up and agree. Either we have a policy of which will address the issues of quality-based payment. We can do it regionally. We can do it every region to focus on what they really want to focus on quality-based. But as it is now, we go with what we have. It is good to have a policy so that it guides the sector. Otherwise, I don't want to pick the words from our boss, which I know you'll say more. He's so passionate. I think he's the only principal secretary who has taken quality-based payment to the other level. I think you had already thought of Singapore before anybody else. So I think you are aligned. I wish to end there by just saying and congratulating the Central for this training. World Bank, continue supporting us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now I don't want to talk again. Tunataka kukaribisha mgeni wetu Berame. Na request tusimame tukaribishe PS atuongeleshe.
Tutaweka moto ya Wameru, tunaweka kabisa. Sijui kwa nini tunasahau, tunaweka mikono moto sana kabisa. 1 2 go tena. tena.
Asante sana. Chairman wa board of Meru Central Dairy, Simon Kirunja, CEO, my friend, Kenneth Gitonga, CEO of KEBS, Madam Esther Gary, CEO of Kenya Dairy Board, Wana Maritime, officers from the national and county government, DCC and your security team, cooperatives here present, na wakulima, good afternoon. Hamjambo. Maziwa? Pesa? Asanteni sana. It gives me great pleasure to join you here today for two important milestones. Your training on quality-based payment for milk, QBP, and the handover of your ISO certification, ile mumepata hapa na Madam Esther. These are not ordinary events. They signal that Meru is positioning itself at the forefront of dairy transformation in the country. Our dairy sector contributes about 4% of GDP, supports over 2 million livelihoods, and is driven by 1.8 million smallholder farmers who produce 80% of our milk. Under our country's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, government has set ambitious targets, including doubling of our milk, expanding exports, tumesikia maneno ya exports hapa sana, creating jobs, which is very important for us, increasing value addition, and raising utilization of processing capacity. We cannot achieve these targets by focusing on volume alone. We must focus on value, and value begins with quality. What does quality-based payment mean? It means that farmers are rewarded for not just the amount of liters, quantity delivered, but also the quality of milk that is delivered. Your milk will be assessed based on butterfat content, protein and total solids, hygiene standards, absence of adulteration, and low bacteria counts. Quality-based payment creates fairness and rewards farmers who invest in good feeding, good breeds, good animal husbandry, and proper hygiene. So what are the benefits of this quality-based payment to the dairy value chain? For farmers, it means higher butterfat and solids translate directly to higher income. If your percentages are high for your butterfat content, high in profit in our protein, then you get more money. It's also an incentive to improve feeding, breeding, and herd health, and it will reduce losses from rejection of your milk by the processors. For cooperatives, who then support the farmers to aggregate their milk, this means improved milk quality at intake, reduced spoilage and operational losses, and stronger market positioning. Umesikia MD akisema hapa, mkitaka maziwa yenu inunuliwe, lazima quality ikuwe juu. So it gives you access to market, and the consumers themselves are the ones who create the demand, because they say, sisi tunataka kununua hii maziwa ya Mount Kenya because we can vouch for its quality. For processors, it means improved yields in high-value products such as yogurt, butter, ghee, cheese, and ice cream, and greater competitiveness in local and export markets. And for consumers, wale watu wanakunywa maziwa yenu, it means better health. Better health for our consumers, better health for our students. So wenzangu, mnaona, improving the quality of your milk has benefits for everybody. Ndio munaona ni kitu tunasukuma sana kuhakikisha kila mtu afaidike. To help the dairy sector, our government has made several interventions, such as the recent purchase of 230 milk coolers as a subsidy to dairy cooperatives. This will enhance national dairy milk chilling capacity by 475,000 liters every day and bring an additional 175 million liters of milk every year into the formal market. This is an increase of 21% from where we were before these milk coolers. Meru County has already received 9 of these coolers, with the remaining 5 to be handed over next month in the month of March. The coolers will reduce post-harvest losses, preserve milk quality, stabilize farmer incomes, and make quality-based payment for milk credible and sustainable. Dairy being a priority value chain and agenda for His Excellency President Ruto. Through your efforts of our dairy farmers, cooperatives, processors, and other stakeholders, our milk production grew 15.2% from 4.6 billion liters in 2022 to 5.3 billion liters at the end of 2024. We are still working out the numbers for 2025. The average milk price rose from 47 shillings to about 50 shillings countrywide, an increase of 13%. The volume of milk processed formally by our processors increased by 25% from 20.5% from 755 million liters a year to 910 million liters. And the value of that formally processed milk also increased by 25% from 35.7 billion shillings in 2022 to 44.7 billion shillings. The number of registered dairy cooperatives, societies, and unions also grew by 25%, from 689 in 2022, and now we are at 862 cooperatives. The number of registered dairy business operators grew by 292%, nearly 300%, from 1,274 to nearly 5,000 in 2024. So watu sasa wanafanya biashara sana ya maziwa. And so far, 2 of our processors have already adopted the quality-based payment system, while 12 others, including Meru, are in the process of adoption. So hii kitu tunaita quality-based payment, kuna wengine wanafanya saa hii, washaanza, and I think you heard from one of the cooperatives, Mumberes, who are here, na testimony ya wakulima wanapata zaidi ya shilingi 65 because of the quality of their milk per liter. Some are even getting paid more. There's still so much more we can do, especially in the manufacture of high-value dairy products such as cheese, butter, and chocolate. Export of milk powder to countries like Algeria, Nigeria, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, will not only put more money in the pockets of our dairy farmers, but will also ensure that all excess milk, all the stock that has not been sold, will be mopped up by these markets that are right here with us in Africa. Na nakubaliana with the MD, we have spoken to these countries and they're importing milk from the Netherlands, from Denmark, from Poland, and even from as far as New Zealand, because we're not meeting the quality standards that are demanded by those markets. What we have seen here today, Bwana Gitonga, you are right. Sasa tumefungua hiyo soko. We have opened that market for exports. Na ni kwa bidii yenu and the leadership of our chairman here, his board, and the management led by Bwana Kitonga. This is what we call a vision well executed. Mtu ako na maono, nakaa chini kwa bidii, anafanya kazi, mpaka sasa mumefungua soko ya those areas. And let me tell you about market access, my friends. The biggest salesman for this country is your President, William Ruto. Rais Ruto amefungua soko ya the whole of Europe. 27 countries with a joint economy of almost 20 trillion US dollars. Duty free, quota free. Hiyo inamaanisha tunaweza peleka bidhaa yetu any of the 27 countries in Europe bila kulipa ushuru and in whatever quantity that we want. The market is open. We were the first country in Africa to sign an economic partnership agreement with Europe. Hiyo ilifanyika. Our president has also opened for us the market for the UAE, Waarabu, Middle East, through the Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement. Again, we are the first country in Africa to sign a comprehensive trade agreement with the UAE. Duty free, quota free. Zile zingine that are in very high gear is with the United States through the Strategic Trade and Investment Partnership, STIP, and with China. Which means our president has opened up half of the global GDP, half of the global economy to trade. Mlango umefunguliwa. Ile shida sasa iko ni bidhaa gani zitakubaliwa kuingia. That is the work now that we must do as producers. The door has been opened, the trade agreements have been signed, those countries are willing to get our products, but we must meet their standards. We must meet their quality standards. If it's food, we must meet their food safety standards. Na ndio mimi leo niko na furaha zaidi that today you have gotten the certification to access those markets. Sasa maziwa yetu inaweza enda huko, our yogurt, our cheese, our butter, all our dairy products can now access those markets because we have met the standards. Jipingeni makofi tafadhali. So that is how international trade is done. Na hata hii maneno ya vaccination mnaona tunaongelea hivi, the mass national vaccination program became because of market access. Tulienda Dubai, wakasema tunataka nyama yenu, lakini ng'ombe zenu, mbuzi, kondoo hazikuangi na chanjo. But because they like our meat, they still take it, but they reduce the grade because of food safety doubts. So tulienda kwa supermarket, tukapata kilo moja is $9 ya mbuzi for Kenya. Ya Pakistan, $12. Mbuzi ni 10 kilograms. So we are losing about 4,000 Kenya shillings per goat. Our farmer is losing because they did not vaccinate. Nyinyi mnanielewa vizuri? Our farmers are losing 4,000 shillings a goat because they did not vaccinate. How much is it to vaccinate a goat? Shilingi 50. Sasa mkulima anapoteza jameni shilingi 4,000 kwa sababu ya shilingi 50. Hiyo ni ungwana kweli? Hapana. And that's why our president ordered us to go and vaccinate all the goats, all the sheep, all the cows, and government is paying 80% the price of that vaccination so that we put more money in the pockets of our farmers. We spoke about traceability. Yes, we have traceability standards, na sana sana tukiongea maneno ya exports, wanataka kujua hii maziwa imetoka kwa shamba gani. They want to know up to the farm mahali hiyo maziwa ama hiyo yogurt. And so we have developed a program called AniTrack, and we'll be working with Bwana Gitonga. We are still piloting it in all the government farms, lakini hiyo system tushatengeneza. AniTrack inaitwa Animal Identification and Traceability. Tunakuja tunaweka tag kwa ng'ombe yako, tunaweza record hiyo ng'ombe inatoa maziwa ya kiwango gani, imekuwa na chanjo, ni breed gani, imekuwa na maugonjwa kama haijakuwa na maugonjwa, so that we can trace the milk up to your farm. And then that again increases the price of your milk because of the traceability. Of course pia itasaidia na maneno mengine county commissioner alikuwa ananiambia about cattle rustling or illegal movement of animals, because now we're able to trace and track animals as they're moving through that system. Hiyo ni system nzuri sana, itatusaidia zaidi. Only 2 countries in Africa are allowed to export to Europe, which is Namibia and Botswana, because they have an internationally recognized traceability system. Sasa Kenya tumetengeneza yetu, tumefanya testing, inafanya kazi. We are now piloting in government farms, and I think by March, latest April, tutakuwa tunaongea na wakulima ndio tuwasaidie pia wao wapate hiyo traceability. On the ISO certification that you have received here today, which is strengthening the systems of food safety, it signals a strong governance system, food safety compliance, traceability, operational discipline, and readiness for competitive and export markets. Combined with cold chain infrastructure and QBP systems, it positions Meru Central as a modern and globally competitive dairy cooperative. The future of dairy sector will not be determined by how much milk we produce, but by the quality of that milk that we deliver. When we get the quality right, farmers will earn more, cooperatives will grow stronger, processors will expand, and Kenya becomes competitive in regional and global markets. So let's make this moment mark the transition from quantity into quality, from subsistence to commercial excellence, ile pesa tunaongeanga hapa, and from local standards to global certification. I want to congratulate Meru Central Dairy Cooperative Union for making this step into this ISO quality certification you have gotten today. As Bwana Maritim said, it's going to be hard work, but hard work pays. And also, just for agreeing to listen to the proposal of quality-based payment and to consider it so that you can earn some more. Where did this quality-based payment idea come from? Nikimalizia nataka tu niwaambie hiyo story. Ilikuwa 2023. Rais wetu Ruto alikuwa ametembea India kukutana na Rais Modi wa India, Prime Minister of India. And it was almost Christmas time. India, kama hamujui, they are the largest producers of milk globally. Here in Kenya, we're the largest in Africa. I think right now we are at almost 5.6 billion liters. India are doing over 200 billion liters. Now, walianza tu kama sisi. And when the president came back with what he had agreed with Prime Minister Modi, akanituma na timu kubwa kutoka huku. A week after our president came back, it was almost Christmas. I think we were with Maritim here and akasema, you must go and learn what India has done and come and Tembea huko were received by a processor like yours called Amul, which is almost the largest processor in the world. Cooperative tu kama yenu, lakini kubwa zaidi. This cooperative wako na plant yao, factory ya fertilizer, factory ya animal feed, factory ya vaccination, vaccines, they produce vaccines, factory ya biogas, factory ya kutengeneza ice cream, yogurt, chocolate, of course ya kutengeneza maziwa, and all that money goes back to the farmer because the cooperative is owned by the farmer. Chocolate ikiuziwa kwa supermarket, hiyo pesa inarudi kwa mkulima. Alafu tukaenda mahali wanapelekanga maziwa. Mtu anakuja na kibuyu yake hata ya lita nusu, inapimwa and immediately anaambiwa ni pesa ngapi atapata. Very transparent. Milk is tested. The computer says your butterfat content is this much. Your protein level is this much. Your bacterial load is this much. Therefore, you will get 55 shillings. Yule mwingine anakuja nyuma, anaambiwa yake, anapata 60 shillings. Mwingine anaenda anapimwa, anapata 70 shillings. Sasa yule wa 55 anaanza kufikiria naweza pata hiyo shilingi 70 namna gani? And so they go and improve the quality like their neighbor so that they can also get the 70 shillings. Huku Kenya, we are paying a flat rate. So kuna wengine wanaweka pesa mzuri ya kulisha ng'ombe, wana vaccinate, wanakuwa na usafi, wako na breed mzuri, wanatoa maziwa mzuri, wanapata shilingi 50. Mwingine hajali hiyo maneno yote, hata anaongeza maji kwa maziwa, pia yeye anapata shilingi 50. So yule anajaribu, anaanza kufikiria sasa, mimi najaribu kwa nini? Natumia pesa kwa nini? Na napata ile price ya kiwango na yule mwingine hajali. And this is when we say let us try this thing here in Kenya, and we have seen it work. Tumeona ikifanya. So I am just very happy that you farmers, farmer representatives, your cooperative, you're considering going this way. Mutapata faida na faida kubwa zaidi, kwa sababu ni soko imesema ukilete maziwa iko na quality mzuri, unapata pesa mzuri. Nimesikia maneno ya vaccination. I will pick that up with my team. Kweli nimepata hiyo ujumbe kutoka other counties that our vaccination is slow because of the registration process, and indeed we have gotten requests which we are looking at to weke registration kando na to vaccinate ng'ombe kwanza, because that's the urgency that it deserves, and I can tell you we are working on it so that we can protect all our cows fast. We know it's a big investment, na kama serikali hatutaki mpoteze ng'ombe zenu juu ya process ingine that is unrelated to animal health. So it is good feedback and we have picked it up. On the sexed semen, maneno ya mbegu, Rais alitangaza tutapunguza kutoka 2,900 until 1,000 shillings. We implemented that on the 1st of July. Lakini hiyo kupunguza, it only means that the farmer, I know through the cooperative, maybe because of logistics and other operational costs, mnanunua at 1,400, but we are selling to the cooperative at 1,000, na hiyo ingine 1,900 ni serikali inalipa, because we buy the mbegu at 2,900. So I know we've gotten a shortage because of some lack of funding, but we are working with the National Treasury to hakikishe supply ikuwe constant ya sexed semen, ndio nyinyi muendelee to improve your breeds and you get the heifers that you need for milk production, ndio msipotee kupata your bull calves. So that is something also that we are working on very, very closely. On animal feed, I know it is still a problem. The cost of feed is high. The quality of feed sometimes is substandard because it is not regulated. our new livestock bill that is currently before Parliament is going to take care of the regulation of animal feed to make sure that the nutritional levels and the standards of our animal feed is good so that we increase our productivity for our livestock farmers. So that is work that is in progress. I know we have supported your cooperative through a presidential directive, and you have received 100 million shillings for your feed mill, and another 100 million shillings is on the way through the Ministry of Cooperatives. So mujitegemee maneno ya chakula ya mifugo, and that again will bring your price down, lower your cost of production, and ultimately put more money in the pockets of your farmers. Across the country, another initiative we've taken for animal feed is an initiative called the Land Commercialization Initiative. Chakula ya mifugo inakuwa haitoshi kwa sababu hakuna watu wengi sana wanazalisha chakula ya ng'ombe. And in the very productive areas in our country, we make human food, and then the animal food suffers, causing a shortage and causing the price to come up because sometimes we have to import. So the government has made a decision through a program called Land Commercialization Initiative, in which we are taking large parcels of government land, shamba kubwa kubwa za serikali, and we are giving to the private sector wazalishe chakula ya ng'ombe. That will increase the supply and reduce the cost of animal feed. So it's a program that is already ongoing. Some of your processors like Bio and Lato are already doing it, leasing government farms, ndio wazalishe chakula ya mifugo, especially for the dairy farmers, and then those processors will sell the same to the cooperatives and to their suppliers, farmers, at cost, reducing the cost of production of milk. So bado tunaendelea kama serikali kuhakikisha tumesaidia nyinyi wakulima wa maziwa ndio mzalishe maziwa mengi zaidi na maziwa iko na quality nzuri. Otherwise, asanteni sana. I am always very happy to be here in Meru kwa sababu nyinyi wa Meru ni watu wa bidii sana. Pongezi. And I'll say that again, nyinyi wa Meru ni watu wa bidii sana. I come to your farmers field day every year, and your CEO always announces a very big increase of milk produced year on year. Inamaanisha nyinyi mnafanya bidii zaidi. Jipigieni makofi jameni. Asanteni sana na natakia kila laheri. May God bless all of you na muendelee kufanya biashara ya maziwa. Maziwa? Pesa. Pesa? Maziwa. Asanteni sana. Another clap for the PS. Thank you very much. You can sit down. It is powerful. Ama namna gani? Umeisikia? Bwana PS, I think I don't have once when I'm very happy I become emotional. Zingine maneno yashindwa kutoka. Because you have really confirmed to the leadership of Meru the great journey we are walking on. Now, before we say anything, I can see I have about 10 minutes. You have to fike one. I wanted to open the floor a bit. Najua tukiongea wakubwa peke yetu, it doesn't look very well. Kama kuna kiongozi ambaye ako na angependa kusema on behalf of the farmers. Sasa usiongee mambo yako ama society yako. Ile kitu ungependa kuongea on behalf of Meru farmers or dairy farmers. Najua PS will talk to the president today. Ungesema mwambie namna gani? Kuna mtu ako na kitu ya kusema? One.